and the ease to do it. I think I need a little more paint. Swing our arms, swing our arms. Arth has started to feel like my extended family, and the enthusiasm of the teachers at Arth keeps me so motivated and inspired. Sniff, 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 sniff. Dad, at my free time, I want to go back home.
Out on top of
their voices, and
it gets very difficult. But
okay, I am. That is the look of Miss in a group, so that others who may not know what to do still have ideas. I am awesome. Over the last 2 days, the focus for this workshop was really to bring the English language curriculum to life. And we did that using music and movement. I am strong now. I want to get up high onto the ceiling. I think I'm going to use my legs now and go swirl. Swirl. Accidentally, he broke a vase. This kid is so funny! This kid is so funny! Come back to your spot. Says clap, clap, clap. And the picnic says oink, oink, oink. And the dog says quack, quack, quack. And the horse says neigh.
can you do a for? And the children said lion, or like lizard and things like that. And like they continued, they were listening to it, and it was like really immersive and really nice.
So over the 2 days, we're going to be looking at different aspects of an early childhood curriculum and embedding music and movement into all of those. So we have a large focus on warm-up songs. Hello, everybody, so nice to see you. Go to the walls, standing up so tall. Hello to the floor. Hello to my nose. Sniff, 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 sniff. Hello to my back. Please stretch, stretch, stretch. Up to the sky. Let us reach up to the sky. Swing our arms. Swing our arms.
So Samara, how does exercise help children in a classroom?
Exercise and movement sends oxygen to the brain. It's like fertilizer for the brain. It sort of primes the brain and gets it ready and optimizes learning. It creates the right conditions for that to happen. When we exercise, there are neurotransmitters that are released like serotonin and dopamine, and these immediately enhance our mood. So exercise and movement help regulate our mood. What it also does is it improves our memory and it improves our motivation, both which are so important to engage children and then actually have long-term memories. When we talk about hands-on learning or kinesthetic learning, what does that look like and what does it mean to you? So when we talk about kinesthetic or hands-on learning, it's using your body. Children learn in physical ways. It is the way they absorb information. Running around the mulberry bush, the monkey chased the weasel. The monkey stopped to pull up its socks. I know my kids are so excited at this point, I may give them more time to wait and sit down. Up goes the weasel. When we want children to start reading, they need to use all parts of their brain. It's not just one side of their brain. I'm building a strong railroad of networks for everything that has to come later in their life already by doing movement like this and getting them to use their whole bodies.
Samara, how does music help with language development?
Music memory is so strong. The best example of this is a 2-year-old remembering the alphabet song. There's no other way that they would remember a string of 26 random letters if it wasn't for the rhyme and rhythm and music attached to it. So what we're doing is really using that as a tool to help children learn language. We're piggybacking on familiar nursery rhymes or songs that teachers have sung for generations, and what we're doing is we're embedding rich language into that. So during the workshop, you'll see how children can be exposed to similes, they can be exposed to verbs, to adjectives, all through music in a very natural, non-threatening way. The incy-wincy spider went up the water spout. Brrr. Come on, do that with me. Brrr. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Psh. You're very tiny spider, so teeny tiny. My teeny tiny spider went up the water spout. Brrr. You will not have to tell your children to use a low pitch for the big and hairy spider or a high pitch for a teeny tiny. It will happen very naturally, and if it doesn't for some children, they will be able to learn from their peers.
Tamara actually taught us so many things about storytelling, like the simple stories we were telling in our class, like how can we improvise even if there are no words, less words, or just pictures.
We're also going to look at how we can make books come alive for young children, where they actually become the story. We're going to do this in the form of a journey. Journey is when you're taking the child through a time and space where they're enacting the story, remembering the sequence of the story, where every part of the room actually identifies a particular sequence of that story. This is a great book. It's called Rosie's Walk by Pat Hutchins. Rosie the hen went for a walk across the yard. Say across. Across. And then around the pond. Can you hear? Around the pond. And over the haystack. Over the haystack. And now we go under the beehive. Your thoughts about experiencing a book like this?
Earlier I was not aware of the entire story, but now it's like in my mind.
It's stuck, right?
Yeah.
It's ingrained.
And every part, every action in the story, it's like okay, after
Across.
we are round and then through and then past everything.
And also, did you see what she said? She said, after this. Even though she didn't remember the word, she remembered the first action. Muscle memory is that strong. So often you need to trigger your memory through the action. We're also going to do improvisation, and that's where children literally become every element of the story. They become the environment, they become the characters, they become the emotions, they start reading between the lines. These are such powerful strategies, and often we forget that the reading of a story can be so much richer with young kids. The most important is the words go into a child's ears and come out through their body. And all the words need to come out through their body.
Today we are going to be reading a book called Class Clown. Class Clown. Let us begin. When Leonardo was a baby, his mother laughed all the time.
And with the bat, he started swinging it all over. Can we all swing the bat? Swing, swing, swing. And accidentally, he broke a vase.
This time Samara came up with a lot of music and a lot of movement in this workshop. And it was just, we were continuously moving, there was energy, and it was not the typical way of just sitting, learning, just saying out the sounds and all. She made us go through the entire space. There were levels, we were sometimes up in the air, we were down.
The research has been there for decades. We know children need to move to learn. We know the power of music in classrooms and to help with learning. I think it's our responsibility as educators to bridge that gap between the science and what we're actually doing in classrooms. So I really encourage educators, if we want to do justice to children and we want to make learning joyful and meaningful, we need to inform ourselves with the science and bring that into our classroom practices.
And she taught me that you also have to be as natural as possible with your child, so that the child can give out the very natural, instinctive elements of their own self into. She studied abroad and she's bringing those very elements to India, and thank God she's bringing those things to the city of Calcutta as well, and we wouldn't have gotten those opportunities elsewhere that we are getting here in Arth with Samara.
We learned so much about ourselves and how we can make experiential learning even better for our children, and I'm even more excited now to go back to my class and try everything that I've learned with my team and practice new things, and just waiting for Samara to come back and mentor us again.